I was watching the game last night with my boyfriend, the hockey game, and he's been a huge fan of this team for years. And he kept saying to me, they always do this every year. They always do this every year. And he had a lot of doubt. Like he wanted them to win, but he had a lot of doubt that like they weren't going to win because that's been the last like 20 years. And I just had this like knowing in me that they were going to win. I just knew it. I don't know much about hockey. I'm learning to get into it. I'm actually loving it. And I'm seeing how sports is a metaphor to living a soul-led journey where, it's like, oh, I'm almost there, and then retract, and then like unseen forces move it this way. And like, I'm able to sit there and really love it. And I just kept saying to him, they're going to win. I know that they're going to win tonight and they're going to win the playoffs. Like I just knew this whole time, even though I didn't know much about it, I just knew. I had this feeling. And so this is a reminder that you can tap into this inner knowing without having any results because they won. They won. And I was just like, yeah, I just knew that they were going to win. And so, he went from saying all of this like kind of doubt into like so excited that they won. And then I was reflecting with him and I'm like, this is such a metaphor for self-doubt that we have based on evidence from our past to prove that our doubt is true here. But I want to remind you that just because you have evidence, you might have years worth of evidence as to why to doubt the thing that you want now to happen and for it to work out and for a good outcome to happen. What we do is we don't want the suffering. We don't want the suffering of if they lose, it's gonna suck, right? If they lose, if we fail, it's gonna suck. Like he's like, I'm gonna hear about it for days because his team is like, I guess, not what his friends go for, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like when you're going through the soul-led journey, there are so many people who are doubting you already. So many people who are like, oh my gosh, if I fail, I'm gonna have to explain myself to these people. And like you don't want to go through that suffering. So you actually create it back here because you're avoiding the outcome and it's like you're protecting yourself of, well, if it does fail, if they do lose, at least I don't know what the big letdown is over here. But then I said to him, like, but wouldn't it be exciting to live life as if everything was going to work out? How, like, we don't need to hold ourselves in the suffering of doubt on our way there, that we can tap into unseen forces and know it's going to work out. And so I want to share that with you because that is such a big, like, doubt is such a big thing. Your energy today can either fuel feeling good and claiming a good outcome, or it can fuel doubt. You want to love your way there and tap into your knowing and see miracles and see how unseen forces are doing things that you don't have to control for? Or do you want to doubt your way there? Do you want to suffer your way there? And that's like the game changer that a lot of you guys need to really focus in and have an alignment with your soul body and your soul talk. Get your hopes up. This journey is about getting your hopes up.